This sketchbook I made myself a couple of years back, but I haven't always kept a sketchbook. I got my first sketchbook ever when I was just in my first year of art school because, well, I saw all these other artists with a sketchbook and I just felt like it was something that I was supposed to have, even though I didn't really know why at the time. Before then, I'd always been sketching on loose sheets of copier paper, and it was usually for a very practical purpose, like trying to solve a problem related to a specific project or illustration I was working on. And once that problem was solved and the illustration was done, I would just throw the sketches away. You might say that I was very practical or goal-oriented. I sketched when I needed to and only then. So keeping a sketchbook and drawing in it with no clear purpose just seemed a bit strange to me. Kind of like doing math without actually having a problem to solve. But convinced that I should have a sketchbook now that I was an art student, I went and bought myself one. It was this fancy A4 sized book with a black leather imitation cover. And so there I was with my new fancy expensive sketchbook without any clue of what I was going to do with it or how it would fit into my art practice. And guess what? I barely used it. And then my art teacher actually said something that it didn't quite hit the mark at the time, but it really stuck with me. And several years later, the memory popped back up and the plain and simple advice he'd given back then really landed for me. What he said was, it can be really difficult for some of us artists to get over ourselves and not feel like we have to perform or create a masterpiece with every single line that we draw. We just gotta find a way to trick ourselves out of that mindset. Some people sketch on cheap, throwaway paper like post-it notes because it takes away that need to perform and the fear of messing up on expensive paper. So don't buy those expensive leather-bound sketchbooks, you know? Buy something cheaper. Throw your sketchbook on the ground. Step on it, make it dirty, destroy it a little bit. His point was basically that if you destroy your sketchbook a bit before you use it, or if you work on paper that has little to no value, then you might not feel so afraid of ruining it. After all, you can't ruin a sketchbook if it was already a bit destroyed to begin with.